everybody, back again, and today we are going to be taking this sheet of plywood and making ourselves a kite shield to go with the armor set. If you guys saw the last video where I made the visor for my helmet, then you would know that I am slowly but surely putting together my own custom armor set. Since the sword I'm going to be using with that set is going to be the longsword rapier hybrid that I created, I figured I might as well make a kite shield so I have a shield on my offhand and this beauty of a sword to wield. And since this is not going to be a historically accurate build, I'm not going off of any historical shields. I'm just doing this how I want to do this. I'm just going to give it my own design, more of an organic feel to the kite shield. It will be more of a fantasy design, but I'm going to be basing it off some historical examples. Let's go ahead and lay out our design real quick. So we've got our basic design cut out. Now we've got two scraps. I'm actually going to double this up, make it a little bit thicker since this is such thin plyboard. So what I've done is I've just sketched on here really quickly an outline, and the other half of the outline is on this piece. So let's go ahead and cut them out, and then we'll be able to double up our shield. We've gone ahead and screwed together our two pieces of plyboard to make this, and now I've got my straps to put on. So these straps, the hand strap is going to be doubled with smooth side out on both sides, and that's just to give me really solid grip. And we're just screwing that doubled up piece of leather in with two washers to give the fixed point some extra strength, because we don't want this to tear out over time if we end up being able to use this in the night fights at the next Ren Fair. Now for this side, we're actually using three washers because we're only using one piece of leather, and we're going to have smooth side face in on this. So now we are going to trace an outline for our piece of leather. The way this is going to work is I'm going to keep my tape measure, since this is 1 inch thick, slightly under, but we're going to call it 1 inch. We're going to keep the marker 1 inch away at all times from the wood while we trace this outline. That way when we cut this, we can then fold the edges and we only have to tack the edges in place. This is going to give us a smooth leather front face with tacked or riveted looking edges all the way around the outside. Now that we've got our design laid out, we can cut it out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make some marks. We're going to center our shield up, and then we're going to mark the leather wherever there is a point in a straight line from the point to the end of the piece of leather. Now we're going to make those cuts. So here we have some little tacks. All I did is take some nails, cut them down, and forge a little taper to them so they have a chisel blade. Simple, super easy tacks. And now we're just going to tack the leather in place. So we've got the shield all finished up. As you can see, it has the nice tacking all the way around with those nail heads, just to make it look more authentic on the sides, because all you're really going to be seeing when you're looking at this, if you're not me, is the outside of the shield and the rim of the shield, which is what's going to make the most aesthetic importance for people. Yes, it is plyboard, and yes, there are screws exposed. I do not care. You're not going to be looking at that side. You're going to be looking, again, at the rim and the exterior of the shield. It is a fully functional shield. It has a nice thump to it on the points because of everything being secured the way it is. It has a nice rear point. I clipped the edges on those folds to make them nice and smooth where the ends are, and it is an assembled shield for pretty cheap. I've had that sheet of leather for a while, and I've made several things with that sheet, and as you can see, I still have plenty of leather to do other things with at this point. So I figured, let's leather coat the shield and give it a really nice look, because that makes a massive difference from plywood to this. We've got our strap for our arm, we've got our strap for our hands, both of which leave enough room for a pair of gauntlets, and the bracer that I have on that arm, so that way they won't be interfering with one another when I'm holding the shield. I can walk around not even really closing my hand, and it stays in place if I just bend my wrist a little bit against the shield. So once I get everything put together, it will be a very nice, snug fit. But that does it for today's video. If you guys like what you've seen, do me a favor, do that thing right there. And until next time, God bless, stay sharp out there. If you're looking for a custom knife, sword, polearm, or whatever, check out the Etsy store. Link will be at the end of the video, where I forge all of the blades that you see on that shop, and so much more. In the next video, we'll be forging a cross to go on the front of the shield, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.